There are 7 phrases that a man will only say to the woman he is completely and utterly in love with. And here's what's crazy. Most women miss them entirely. They're waiting for the big declaration. But real love, it hides in plain sight. And today I'm going to show you exactly what to listen for. Hey everyone, Matthew Hussey here. And if you've ever wondered whether the man in your life truly loves you, not just likes you, not just cares about you, but is genuinely head over heels madly in love with you, then you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to share with you today. Because here's the thing, men don't always say I love you in the way you expect. In fact, the deepest love often gets expressed in phrases that sound completely ordinary on the surface, but underneath, they reveal everything. So stick with me, because by the end of this video you're going to know exactly what to listen for, and more importantly, you're going to understand the psychology behind why these phrases matter so much. Let's get into it. Phrase number 1, I was thinking about you. Now you might be thinking, Matthew, that's so simple. Everyone says that, and you're right, a lot of people do. But here's where you need to pay attention. It's not just about the phrase itself, it's about the context, it's about what he was thinking about you for. Let me paint you a picture. You're at work, it's Tuesday afternoon, you're drowning in emails. Your phone buzzes, it's him, and the message says, hey, I was thinking about you. I remembered you said you had that big presentation today. How did it go? Stop right there. Do you see what just happened? He didn't just think about you in some vague romantic way. He thought about something specific that mattered to you. He stored that information, he carried it with him, and then at the exact right moment he reached out. This is not casual, this is intentional. When a man is madly in love with you, you occupy space in his mind even when you're not around. Especially when you're not around. He's going through his day and something reminds him of you. A song, a place, a conversation, and he doesn't just think it and move on. He acts on it, he tells you, because here's the psychology. When you love someone deeply, they become part of your internal narrative. You're not just living your life anymore. You're living your life and wondering how she's doing. You're living your life and seeing things through her eyes too. Now compare that to a guy who's not all in. He might say, I was thinking about you, but it's usually when he's bored. It's usually late at night. It's usually followed by what are you up to? Code for I'm free and I want attention. But a man who loves you, he thinks about you during his busy moments, during his productive moments, because you're woven into the fabric of his day. You're not an escape. You're part of his real life, and here's another layer. When he says, I was thinking about you, and then shares something vulnerable or meaningful, it's even more significant. For example, I was thinking about you earlier, about that conversation we had about your mom. I just wanted you to know I get it, and I'm here. What's he doing? He's showing emotional memory. He's proving that what you share with him doesn't just go in one ear and out the other. It stays. It matters. It shapes how he sees you. So when you hear I was thinking about you, don't brush it off. Ask yourself, what was he thinking about? Was it specific? Was it tied to something real in your life? Because that's where the love lives. Phrase number 2. What do you think? This one is huge, and most women completely underestimate it. Here's why this phrase is so revealing. When a man asks for your opinion on something that actually matters to him, he's doing something profound. He's letting you into his inner world. He's saying your perspective has value to me, not just romantic value, real value. Let me give you an example. He's thinking about switching careers, or maybe he's got a conflict with a friend, or he's deciding whether to move to a new city, and instead of just making the decision on his own or talking to his buddies, he comes to you. He sits down, he lays it all out, and then he says, what do you think? That question is an invitation. It's an invitation into his decision-making process. And guys, we don't do that lightly, because here's the truth. Men are conditioned to be autonomous, to figure things out on their own, to be the problem solver. So when a man actively seeks your input on something important, it means he sees you as a partner, not just a girlfriend, not just someone he's dating, a partner. And let me be clear, I'm not talking about him asking what movie you want to watch. I'm talking about the real stuff, the life stuff. I'll give you another example. He's at a family dinner. His dad says something that bothers him. Later that night, he tells you about it. And then he says, "What do you think? Should I talk to him about it or just let it go?" Stop and think about that for a second. He's inviting you into his family dynamics. He's asking you to help him navigate one of the most emotionally complex areas of his life. That's not something a man does with just anyone. Now here's where it gets even deeper. When he asks, "What do you think?" it also means he trusts your judgment. He believes you have wisdom. He believes you see things he might miss. And that level of respect, that's love. Because love isn't just about attraction. It's not just about chemistry. It's about respect. It's about believing that this person makes you better, that their perspective sharpens yours. And I'll tell you something else. When a man is madly in love with you, he doesn't just ask for your opinion. He actually listens to it. He considers it. Even if he doesn't agree, he takes it seriously. He doesn't dismiss you. He doesn't patronize you. He engages because he knows that your thoughts are an extension of you. And he loves you, so he loves the way you think. Now contrast that with a guy who's not invested. He makes decisions without you. He doesn't loop you in. And if you offer an opinion, he either ignores it or makes you feel like you're overstepping. But a man who loves you, he wants your input. He craves it because the relationship isn't just about having someone to go to dinner with. It's about building a life together. And you can't build a life with someone whose opinion doesn't matter to you. So pay attention. When he says, "What do you think?" is he asking about something real, something that affects his life. Because if he is, that's him telling you without saying it directly, "You're part of my future." Phrase number 3, "I'm proud of you." This phrase is a big one, and here's why. Pride is not something men give away easily, especially to a romantic partner. Because when a man says, "I'm proud of you," he's not just complimenting you. He's emotionally investing in your success. He's tying his feelings to your achievements, and that requires a level of connection that goes way beyond surface level attraction. Let me break this down. Imagine you just finished a project at work, something you've been stressing over for weeks. You finally present it, it goes well, you tell him about it, and he says, "I'm proud of you." Now, on the surface, that might seem like a nice thing to say. But let's dig deeper. What's really happening here? He's been watching you. He's been aware of the struggle. He's seen you stressed. He's seen you doubt yourself. And now he's seeing you succeed. And his response isn't just, "I'm happy for you." It's, "I'm proud of you." Do you see the difference? "I'm happy for you" is supportive, but "I'm proud of you" is personal. It's intimate. It's him saying, "I care about your growth. I care about you becoming the best version of yourself." And when you win, I feel it too. This is the psychology of deep love. When you're madly in love with someone, their victories become your victories. Their pain becomes your pain. You're emotionally intertwined. You're invested, and here's another angle. Men don't often use the word proud casually. Think about it. When do men say they're proud? They say it about their kids. They say it about their own accomplishments. They say it about things that matter deeply to them. So when a man says, "I'm proud of you" to a woman, he's putting her in that category. He's saying, "You matter to me the way my own goals matter to me, the way my own family matters to me." That's massive. Now let me give you a real-world example. Let's say you've been working on your health, you've been going to the gym, you've been eating better, it's been hard, and one day he looks at you and says, "You know what? I'm really proud of you. I see how hard you've been working. What he's really saying is, I see you. I notice your effort, and it matters to me that you're taking care of yourself, not because of how you look, but because I want you to feel strong and confident and happy, and that's love. Because a man who's just physically attracted to you might comment on your body, but a man who loves you, he celebrates your discipline, your commitment, your growth. Here's another example. Maybe you've been working through something difficult, a fear, a past trauma, a limiting belief, and you have a breakthrough. You share it with him. And he says, I'm so proud of you for facing that. He's witnessing your inner transformation, and he's proud of it. That means he's paying attention not just to what you do, but to who you're becoming. And that level of attentiveness, that only comes from deep love. Now contrast that with a guy who's not all in. He might say that's great or good for you, but there's no pride there. There's no emotional weight. It's just a polite acknowledgement. But when a man loves you madly, your growth excites him, your strength inspires him, and he's not afraid to tell you, I'm proud of you. So listen for that phrase, and when you hear it, recognize it for what it is. It's him telling you you're not just someone I'm with, you're someone I believe in. Phrase number 4, I feel safe with you. Now this is one that women often overlook, and it's also one that men rarely say out loud. But when they do, it's everything. Here's what you need to understand. For a man to say, I feel safe with you, is an act of profound vulnerability, because men are taught from a young age to be strong, to be protectors, to not need safety from anyone. But here's the truth, men need safety too, emotional safety, the safety to be themselves, to not perform, to not have to be on all the time. And when a man finds that with you, he's found something rare. Let me give you an example of what this looks like. Maybe he's had a terrible day at work. Everything went wrong. He's frustrated. He's defeated. And instead of putting on a brave face or shutting down, he comes to you. He sits down, he exhales, and he says, I just need to be here with you. I feel safe with you. What's happening in that moment? He's letting his guard down. He's not trying to impress you. He's not trying to be the guy who has it all together. He's just being human, and he trusts that you won't judge him for it. That is massive, because most men don't feel safe being vulnerable. They've been conditioned to believe that vulnerability is weakness, that showing emotion is unattractive, so they hide, they shut down, they power through. But with the woman they love madly, they can exhale, they can be real, they can admit I'm struggling, and they know she won't think less of them. Now sometimes this phrase doesn't come out directly. Sometimes it shows up in other ways. He might say, I can be myself around you, or you're the only person I can really talk to, or I don't have to pretend with you. All of these are variations of the same thing. I feel safe, and here's the deeper psychology. When a man feels emotionally safe with you, it triggers something primal. It creates a bond that goes beyond attraction, because safety is a foundational human need, and when you meet that need for him, you become irreplaceable. Let me give you another angle. Maybe you're having a deep conversation. He shares something he's never told anyone. A fear, a regret, a dream he's scared to chase, and afterwards he says, thank you for letting me say that. I feel safe with you. What's he doing? He's acknowledging that you've created a space where he can be vulnerable, where he doesn't have to wear a mask, and that space, that's sacred, because here's what most people don't realize. Emotional safety is the foundation of deep intimacy. You can have physical chemistry with someone. You can have fun with them, but if you don't feel safe with them, you'll never fully let them in. And when a man lets you in, when he trusts you with his fears and his flaws and his failures, that's when you know he loves you madly. Now, let me contrast this with a relationship where love isn't deep. In those situations, the guy keeps his walls up. He doesn't share. He stays surface level. And if you try to go deeper, he changes the subject or pulls away. But a man who's madly in love, he wants to go deeper. He wants you to know him, really know him, because he's not just looking for someone to date. He's looking for someone to do life with. And you can't do life with someone you can't be real with. So if he ever says, I feel safe with you, or any variation of that, recognize the weight of it. He's telling you you're my person. You're the one I can be vulnerable with. And that's not something he gives to just anyone. Phrase number 5, I love the way you. Now this phrase is specific, and the specificity is what makes it so powerful. Let me explain. Anyone can say, I love you. Anyone can say you're amazing. But when a man says, I love the way you do something specific, he's revealing that he's been paying attention, close attention, to the details of who you are. Here's an example. I love the way you laugh at your own jokes before you even finish telling them. Or I love the way you get so focused when you're reading that you don't hear anything else. Or I love the way you always check in on people. You notice when someone's off and you do something about it. Do you see what's happening here? He's not giving you a generic compliment. He's highlighting something unique about you, something quirky, something real, and he's telling you, I see that, and I love it. This is the language of deep observation, and deep observation only comes from deep love. Because here's the thing, when you're casually dating someone, you see them in broad strokes. You notice the big things. She's pretty, she's funny, she's smart, but when you're madly in love with someone, you see them in high definition. You notice the little things, the way she tucks her hair behind her ear when she's nervous, the way she hums when she's cooking, the way she lights up when she talks about something she cares about. And those little things, they become your favorite things. Let me give you another example. Maybe he says, I love the way you talk to your mom. You're so patient with her even when she's driving you crazy. What's he doing? He's not just complimenting you. He's telling you, I've watched how you treat the people you love, and it makes me love you more. Because a man who's paying attention to how you treat others is a man who's evaluating you as a life partner. He's not just thinking about right now, he's thinking about the future. He's thinking, I want to build something with this person. Here's another layer. When he says, I love the way you, it's often about something you might not even value about yourself. Something you take for granted, and that's significant. For example, I love the way you get so excited about little things, like finding a good parking spot or seeing a dog on the street. You might think that's silly, but to him, it's endearing. It's part of what makes you you, and he doesn't just tolerate it, he loves it. That's the difference between someone who accepts you and someone who celebrates you. A man who loves you madly doesn't just put up with your quirks, he cherishes them. Now here's where this gets even deeper. When a man says, I love the way you, and it's about something you do for him, or for the relationship, it's even more meaningful. For example, I love the way you always make sure we have time together, even when life gets crazy. Or, I love the way you challenge me when I'm being stubborn. What's he saying? He's saying, I see your effort. I see what you bring to this relationship, and I don't take it for granted. That's maturity. That's emotional intelligence, and that's love. So pay attention to the specificity. Anyone can say, I love you, but when he says, I love the way you, and fills in that blank with something real, something specific, something true, that's him telling you, I see you. All of you, and I'm in love with what I see. Phrase number 6, we should. This is a phrase that's all about the future, and when a man starts using the word we consistently, especially when talking about the future, it's one of the clearest signs that he's madly in love with you. Let me break this down. When a man says we should, he's doing something critical. He's thinking in terms of partnership. He's not thinking I anymore. He's thinking we. And that shift from I to we is one of the most important transitions in a relationship. Here's what this looks like in real life. We should plan a trip next summer. Where do you want to go? Or we should start saving for a house. Or we should try that new restaurant everyone's talking about. On the surface, these might seem like small statements, but they're not. They're declarations of intent, because when a man says we should, he's telling you, I'm planning a future, and you're in it. Let's go deeper. The word we is one of the most powerful words in the English language when it comes to relationships. It signals unity, it signals partnership, it signals that he's stopped seeing himself as a single individual and started seeing himself as part of a team. And here's the psychology. When you're in love with someone, your brain literally starts to merge your identity with theirs. Studies have shown this. Couples in love start to think of themselves as a unit. They use we more often than I, and this isn't just linguistic, it's neurological. So when a man starts saying we should, it's a sign that his brain has made that shift. He's not just dating you, he's building with you. Now, let me give you a more specific example. Let's say you're talking about something you want to do. Maybe it's a personal goal. Maybe you say, I want to get better at cooking. And instead of saying that's cool or you should do that, he says we should take a cooking class together. Do you see what just happened? He didn't just support your goal. He inserted himself into it. He made it a shared experience because he doesn't want to just cheer you on from the sidelines. He wants to be part of your growth. That's love. Here's another example. Maybe you mentioned something stressful. Your lease is up soon and you need to find a new place. And instead of saying good luck with that, he says we should start looking at places this weekend. Again, we, not you, we. He's telling you your problems are our problems. Your life is our life. We're in this together, and that's the mindset of a man who's committed, a man who's in it for the long haul. Now, let me show you the contrast. A man who's not all in will keep things in the I category. I'm thinking about going to that concert. I might check out that new place. I have plans this weekend. Notice the difference. He's still operating as a solo unit. You're not woven into his plans. You're an accessory, not a partner, but a man who loves you. He thinks in terms of we, even for the small stuff. We should grab coffee this morning. We should go for a walk later. We should call your parents this week. It's constant, it's natural, it's automatic, and here's the beautiful thing. When a man starts saying we should about big future plans, marriage, kids, life goals, it's a sign that he's not just in love with you now. He's in love with the idea of a future with you. For example, we should talk about where we want to be in 5 years, or we should figure out how we want to raise our kids one day. Those are not casual statements. Those are commitments. Those are him saying, I'm thinking long term, and you're the one I'm thinking long term with. So listen for that word, we, and when you hear it, especially in the context of future plans, recognize what it means. It means he's stopped seeing himself as alone, and he's started seeing himself as part of something bigger, part of us. Phrase number 7, I miss you. Now you might think everyone says I miss you, and sure a lot of people do. But here's what separates the men who mean it from the men who don't. Context, timing, and what comes after. Let me explain. When a man is madly in love with you, he doesn't just miss you when it's convenient. He doesn't just miss you late at night when he's bored or lonely. He misses you in the middle of his day. He misses you when he's busy. He misses you when he's happy, and that's the key. He doesn't miss you because something is missing in his life. He misses you because his life is better when you're in it. Let me give you an example. It's Tuesday afternoon. He's at work. Things are going well. He's productive. He's focused. And then he texts you. I miss you. Can't wait to see you later. What's happening there? He's not sad. He's not lonely. He's just aware that even though life is good, it would be better if you were there. That's the difference. A man who loves you madly misses you not because he needs you to fill a void, but because you enhance his experience of life. Here's another example. Maybe he's out with his friends. He's having a great time. And then he steps outside and calls you. Hey, I know you're probably asleep, but I just wanted to hear your voice. I miss you. He's not calling because the night is bad. He's calling because the night would be better if you were part of it. Even in a small way, that's love. That's him saying you're not just someone I want around when I have nothing else to do. You're someone I want around all the time. Now let me show you the flip side. A guy who's not all in will only miss you when he's alone, when he has nothing to do, when he wants attention, and the I miss you comes with an agenda. I miss you. What are you up to? I miss you. Want to come over. But a man who's madly in love, his I miss you is pure. It's not transactional. It's not manipulative. It's just honest. And here's another layer. When a man says, I miss you, and then follows it up with action, it's even more significant. For example, I miss you. I'm going to leave work early so we can have dinner together. Or, I miss you. I booked us a weekend away next month. He's not just expressing the feeling, he's doing something about it. Because missing you isn't just an emotion for him, it's a call to action. Now here's where it gets really deep. When a man says, I miss you about something specific, it reveals even more. For example, I miss the way you make me laugh. Or I miss our late night conversations. Or I miss waking up next to you. He's not just missing your presence. He's missing the specific things that make you you, the specific ways you make his life better. And that's the ultimate sign of love, because it means he's not just attached to the idea of having someone. He's attached to you, to the specific, irreplaceable things that only you bring to his life. Let me give you one more example. Maybe you've been apart for a few days, and when you finally see each other again, he holds you tight and says, I missed you so much. And then he tells you all the little things he missed. I missed your smile. I missed hearing about your day. I missed just being near you. That's a man who's in love, madly, deeply, completely, because he doesn't just miss the big things. He misses the details, the everyday moments, the ordinary magic of being with you. So when you hear, I miss you, pay attention. Is it at a random time? Is it genuine? Is it followed by action? Because that's how you know it's real. So there you have it. 7 phrases that a man says only to the woman he loves madly. I was thinking about you. What do you think? I'm proud of you. I feel safe with you. I love the way we should. And I miss you. These aren't grand declarations. They're not movie moments. They're quiet. They're real. They're woven into everyday conversation. But if you know what to listen for, they reveal everything. Because love isn't just about the big gestures, it's about the little phrases, the specific observations, the moments when he shows you, I see you, I value you, I'm building a future with you, so pay attention. Listen for these phrases, and when you hear them, recognize them for what they are. They're him telling you in his own way you're the one. And if you're with a man who says these things, you're with a man who loves you madly. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe because I post new content every single week to help you understand love, relationships, and yourself on a much deeper level. I'll see you in the next one.